Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the FreeMelon Society. My name is Eli Martyr. Oh, I've got a very special treat for you today. So we are back in the FreeMelon kitchen today, as you can see. And what I'm going to be doing is I am going to be preparing for you one of the most interesting, simple, and unbelievably delicious meals that you didn't know was possible with raw food. And yes, I know the average salad just has a couple of thin shavings of cabbage, but it looks like I'm making enough cabbage to feed an army. Trust me, okay? This thing, when I first tasted it, it was so divine that eating it purged all my sins. No, seriously, my soul was on its way to purgatory, and then as soon as I had the cabbage, it went, stopped, turned around, and came back. I'm telling you, the first time I put this through my system, my stomach got convinced to start a gratitude journal. I wish you were here so I could share some with you, but then I would just steal it back. But stick around, watch the video. If this seems like something that would interest you, then make sure to give it a try. And then when you do, mail it all over to me. Don't worry, Grandma's gonna have all the leftover bone broth pancakes that you made her last week, so she'll be fine. Okay, so you can see here that I've got a mandolin. And you are definitely going to need a mandolin for this. Be careful with it, of course. And the other thing that you're going to need is a dehydrator, but honestly, I'm sure you can get away with just a regular stove. As long as you crack open the lid of the stove. Your stove might not go as low temperature as a dehydrator, but I'm sure it can work, okay? So, yeah, you can see me just ripping through that cabbage, right? You're just ripping through that cabbage like a protein-deficient fruitarian at a tofu factory. Now, I don't know how much you're going to need. I ended up using about, okay, so if I split my cabbage in half, just a normal large size purple cabbage, if I split it in half, I probably ended up using half of the half. And that would be enough to fill the dehydrator tray. But of course, depends on how many people you're preparing this for. So as a base, all you really need is cabbage. You can add a couple other ingredients to be dehydrated that you think are going to be nice as well. Okay, and once you're done tearing up that cabbage just like you did with that Shilajit burrito some influencer convinced you of, stop it! You can dice up pretty much anything else that you feel that you want. Now, and for the love of God, look, you can flavor this with whatever whole food ingredients you want. Don't add salt. No, come on, what are you doing? You're gonna hurt my feelings. Really, don't add salt. I swear to God, you're gonna pollute this wonderful Captain Cabbage. Look, mark my words, okay? If you so much as take one pinch of salt and put it into this recipe, I swear to God,
I will find you, and I will kill you.
You want to pollute a FreeMelon dish with some salt? Okay, well, I'm gonna find you and pollute your personal space bubble with a crippling bear hug from hell. How about that? All right, anyway. I decided to dice up some onions as well, as you can see here. I didn't cut the onion up, I just kind of diced it whole, so it makes these little rings, and then break up the little rings with your hands, and we're gonna stir that around at some point, I hope. I'm also gonna add some pepper.
Come get some.
I'm not going to use the mandolin for this. I think I want the pieces a little bit chunkier, so I'm going to use my classic pepper cutting technique, and we're going to add some thin strips of pepper into this mix, and that'll be it. So the base is pepper, some onion, or I guess in this case a shallot, and the majority of the base is
nutrient-rich bison liver,
purple cabbage. Now, if I haven't shown you yet, this is definitely the slickest way to cut up a bell pepper.
Sometimes I even amaze myself.
You know, sometimes it's annoying, you cut it up and you have to deal with all these seeds flying everywhere. Just do it like this, do it like I'm showing you, and you'll be cutting through peppers like a pro in no time. Okay, so once you've very elegantly chopped up these bell peppers or whatever other type of pepper you're using, then you're gonna add them to your mixing bowl. And then you're just going to stir all that around. And at that point, we're going to add our special sauce. This recipe will not work unless you add some sort of
nutrient-rich bison liver,
thicker sauce, some sort of dressing, okay? So you need to have some sort of dressing, and you need to be liberal with the amount of dressing that you use because it's going in the dehydrator. And we don't want these cabbages to completely dehydrate. We are only semi-dehydrating this cabbage meal, just semi-dehydrating.
I'm hungry.
In terms of the time, you are going to be letting this dehydrate for approximately 4 to 7 hours, anywhere in that ballpark, okay? I don't know the specifics, but somewhere in that range, that should be enough time to break this down a little bit, warm it up, and soften the cabbage a little bit as it's kind of swimming in whatever dressing that you make, and it's gonna work out real nice. Boom! Here's the sauce. Oh, I wish you could smell this right now. It smells like memories of childhood ketchup.
Who wants some?
In this sauce, I've got some tomatoes, okay, a couple tomatoes, some sun-dried tomatoes. There are 3 semi-dried persimmons,
Building.
or hoshigaki, but those might not be as easy for you to find. Dates work just as well, so you can throw in 2-3 dates if you like. A bulb of garlic and about a quarter of an onion, and I think that's it. There may have been a couple of herbs. You can dress this up however you like. It doesn't have to be a tomato-based dressing. You can do whatever dressing you want. I mean, I'm sure there are lots of cashew cream recipes that you can make as well, but for this one, I decided to go with the kind of ketchup-y tomato feel.
Building.
Okay, so here I am. You can see me just stirring this up. So you're going to want to make sure that the dressing is nice and evenly distributed amongst everything. Again, you can be very liberal with the dressing. This is going into the dehydrator, so you'll lose a little bit of the hydration that's in there, and it's just going to soften up everything really nicely as long as there's enough dressing to coat everything. So keep working at it until everything is coated really nicely. Now, what do you do with this?
Let loose the juice!
So how do you eat this? Well, I'm going to show you that in the end, of course. But oh man, the sky's the limit. I mean, you could use this in some of those raw vegan wraps, okay? You could just add this to
sulfuric acid,
a simple salad, which I'm going to be doing at the end of this video. I'm also going to be using this in some
oil and gas.
So I grabbed some of those nori sheets, and I'm going to make some raw sushi wraps with this as a base, and then drizzle maybe a little tahini on or something. And I'll show you that. And yeah, we're gonna have fun tonight. It's the weekend. I'm here at home with my brother and his wife. I'll leave some for them as well. But yeah, as much as I don't eat like this very often, it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. It's kind of enjoyable to be playful with your food sometimes, right?
Our work is complete.
Okay, so this is how everything looks. Now I've put it onto the dehydrating sheet right now, on one of those silicone dehydrating sheets. So this is what it looks like. Boom, there it is. Yeah, it looks pretty appetizing even before I've dehydrated it, right? I'm sure this would taste pretty good just like this, but we are going to dehydrate this, leave it for about 4 to 8 hours, something like that. I think for me, it ended up working to about 7 hours. And then we're going to take it out and end up with...
Warning, nuclear missile launch.
Power.
Boom. This. Okay. Now, I wish you could smell what I'm smelling. The aroma is just so intense. Oh, man. I can't wait for you guys to try this on your own. This cabbage meal. Okay, now I'm calling it Captain Cabbage. Don't ask me. Just don't ask me why I'm calling it Captain Cabbage. Listen, you want to know why? Because only captains eat cabbage like this. That's why this is called the Captain Cabbage meal. That's what I've settled on, and if it makes no sense, then I don't want to hear it. Okay, so it's all done. I can't wait to eat this. Like I said, this was the weekend, so I decided to have a little fun, and I'll show you some pictures of the spread that I made. So these rolls have leaves of spinach and other lettuces. Then there is the cabbage base that you see here, followed by a couple more fresh bell peppers, some chopped up celery, and a drizzle of tahini as well. And that's it. Wrapped it up and came out with what you see here. Guys, this tasted so good. Oh my goodness. It was a lot of fun to play with. Way too time consuming. My goodness. I'm so glad I don't do this every day. Way too much time. Look, anyone who tells you that making stuff like this is quick and easy, no, No, they're lying. It's just as time consuming as any other conventional cooking craft in the kitchen. Right? I would love to just get back to cutting open the bloody watermelon and eating it, right? That's how I roll. But as much as this is more time consuming than I'm used to, oh my goodness, it's a lot of fun. Yeah. And I hope you have some fun with it too. So like I said, there's a lot of different ways to enjoy a Captain Cabbage, but my favorite is just to make a very, very simple salad, throw some tomatoes in there as well, and get my chopsticks ready and have a nice, simple, elegant meal. And that is a wrap. Thanks so much, guys. I hope you enjoy this, and I hope you give it a shot. Let me know how it is, and I will see you next time. Love you very much, and God bless.